Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm faculty Emmanuel from CapacityBay.org and I'm your instructor for today's topic. In our previous class, we talked about HTML links. In this session, we'll be talking about container tags and page structure. Without further ado, let's dive right in. So I have with me here a document, okay? So we're talking about container tags and page structure. Now, we have different tags, HTML tags, HTML elements, and they have their purposes, okay? Now, we have the nav tag, right? The nav tag actually defines a navigation section of a web page, okay? So when you're having your nav tag, you'll be having your URL, right? And then we're having the header tag, we have our aside. Now, aside is just having a tag that adds additional information to the web page, okay? And then we're having articles, just like we're having blog posts, we're having different articles. Now, you can go, articles can come as many as you want, okay? You can use articles as many as you want. Now, we have the main tag. The main tag can contain some other HTML elements. A section tag defines a new section, okay? Just like we're having this section, all right? Our blog section, our footer section, our about us section, okay? Now, we're having article inside. We can have articles. Articles can also be the generic HTML tag, all right? But you can also use articles inside of your section, inside of your main, all right? Inside of your aside, and you can add them as many as you want. You can see, okay? And now we're having the footer. Now the footer defines the footer of a web page, okay? The footer, and then you put your content. Now let's take this to the Visual Studio Code. Now I have a folder called container tags and page structure with the file index.html and the title. All right. So we are going to be having our nav tag first of all. So our nav, all right, our nav is going to be containing what we have. You can contain ULs or OLs, okay? ULs, that's another list, OLs, other list. So let's go with ULs, another list. I know ULs contains li items, okay, which are the list items. You can contain as many as you want, okay? That's for the nav tag. Well, let me input something here. Let me just input a text and just say tests 1. All right, and this should be 2, 3, and 4. All right. So if I go to my web page, you can see I'm having test 1, 2, 3, 4 as another list. Okay. Now this is my nav section, okay? My nav section. Now I can have my aside, or rather my header. Let's go with header first. My header section. My header section can contain anything I want. Maybe my H1 with logo. All right. Can contain an image, whatever HTML element I want. But if I go over here to my browser, you can see I'm having my logo, and that's my header section, okay? Now within my header section, I can also have my main, okay, my main tag. This is a tag you should know, okay? I will leave a documentation for you in the comments, in the description below. Now we're having a main tag. Now main tag can contain any type of tag. It can contain a section, okay? It can contain an article. Sorry, it can contain an article. All right, it can even contain a side if you want. So these tags can actually be used individually as the generic HTML tag, but it's recommended to use it properly. You know, like you can see this my documentation. Okay, this indicates my nav, and I have an aside for more articles. Okay, for more content, additional content to the web page. I have my header section. I have my main with the main content. I have this section. This might be my about section. This can be my team section. All right. This can be my contactor section, and then my footer. Okay. So articles can also stand alone instead of coming inside any of these tags. But now let's look at this. There's something you need to know about these tags. Now the main tag. Let me go with the main tag. Let's give it a H1. Now H1, I say hello world. Right, I go to my browser, I refresh. You can see hello world. All right, this is my main tag. Now, if I go over to the section, let's go section. Now section, and then I give it H1 tag also, and I call it hello world. Let's do this same. Okay, I go back to my browser, I refresh. You can see I gave it a H1 tag. Okay, the first heading in HTML, the heading elements, but it's smaller than this. Why? Because it's a section. Okay, it's a section. It's not just a H1. It works with the parent tag, okay, which is section. That goes for article also. So if I was having an article and then I added the H1 to the article of same hello world, and then I go and refresh, you can see it's the same. Okay, because those are having article section are having the same font size, generic font size. Okay, now we also have our aside. Now our aside, and then give it a H1 also, hello world. Let's see, and then I refresh, still the same. Okay, can you see that? But my main tag is having a different output. The font size of my hello world is larger. Now we've done header, main, actually nav, header, main, section, article, aside, and then the footer. Now the footer, just like when you go to a web page, to the footer section. Okay, I can just say this is my footer, right? And then I go over here, you can see the footer takes the same as the main. Okay, the main has a 20 pm font size. Footer has so, but these ones, right, they are supposed to be sub sections. Just like article, you can have different articles in a blog post. You can have the aside, all right. You can have the footer. Now, that will be all for this section. Okay. If you have any questions, drop that in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon to get notified whenever we drop a new video. See you in the next video.